Okay, does anybody here know how many words on average you could write on a piece of paper?
50?
No. 1/3 of a word you could write down in 1 second. Do you guys know how many words a professor speaks in 1 second on average?
50?
3 words. So ever since we were little, we have been told to take notes every time a teacher or professor is talking. But how important is note-taking? Oh, not yet. Sorry. Well, everybody here has taken a class where note-taking is required. So we all know the importance of taking good notes. But did you know that taking good notes is not only for college, but for careers as well? Ever since I was little, I always thought that taking notes meant writing every single word down that the teacher would say. It wasn't until I learned different types of note-taking that I realized that that's not the smart way to take notes. As this cartoon shows, it explains why it's not a good idea to write down everything that the teacher says. Yeah. So, being able to take good notes is a valuable skill for not only college but also careers. First, I will be talking about the importance and significant difference of taking good notes in class, and then I'll talk about different kinds of note styles and how they're used in professional careers. Oh, sorry. So first, I'll talk about the importance of taking good notes in class. According to a 1925 study called Experimental Studies and Results, researcher Crawford found that taking notes was better than not taking notes, and that reviewing notes was a key to their performance, and that organizing notes effectively contributes to improved performance on tests. So that means that if you take good notes, you're going to do better on tests, which is obvious, right? But how significantly better is it? Well, in 1970, a study published in Journal of Education, researcher Michael Hogan concluded that students were 7 times more likely to recall information 1 week after it was presented if the information had been recorded in their notes. So you're 7 times more likely to do better on a test if you take good notes. So this explains why taking good notes is a good idea. Has this ever happened to anybody?
Yes.
Yeah, it's happened to me a lot of times. Right. So now that I talked about the importance of taking good notes, I'm going to talk about a couple of different note-taking styles that are popular in professions and I think are good. First, I will start with saying that in a study published in Using Students' Notes to Examine the Role of Individual Learning in 1974, researcher Fisher and Harris found that students perform better when they're allowed to encode in the way that they prefer. So this says that everybody has their own unique style of taking notes, and everybody should have their own way or system of taking notes. So first type of notes I'll be talking about is T-notes. T-notes consist of dividing the page in half, where on the left column you have important big stuff, and then on the right column you have small detail stuff. T-notes are commonly used for problem-based subjects like math and science, and they're common use for researchers and scientists. Next is the outline notes. Outline notes, by the name, are notes in an outline format, and these outline notes are very, very common for professors and teaching. They offer a good way to have a backbone and a sense of direction while trying to explain things, and they could also be used when you're trying to explain things to other people in large groups. Third is Cornell notes. Cornell notes are personally my favorite. I think they're the best. They consist of dividing the paper into 3 sections, where on the left column you write down your main ideas, and on the right column you write details, and at the bottom you write a summary, making you reflect everything you learned that day. I use these a little bit differently, but they were first originated because law students didn't know how to take notes, so Cornell University made this system of notes, and later it was adapted by doctors and engineers. And I think personally these are the best kind of way to take notes, because ever since I started taking them, which are using Cornell notes, which was about 2 years ago, I have noticed a significant difference while I'm studying because of Cornell notes. Okay, now that I talk about different types of note-taking styles, I'm gonna finish my speech. Taking good notes shows a significant difference in performing in tests, and taking good notes is a valuable skill not only used in college but also in careers. So if there's one thing that I could leave you with, if it's one thing I could leave you with, is that you should never neglect the necessity of notes. Thank you.